Hello everyone, welcome back, Severus here, coming back with part 13 of What If Deku Made His Own Omnitrix. Now where we last left off, Izuku or Mr. Negative has come closer into UA and Izuku was looking at him out of the window after he shot a beam of negative energy on the room where Izuku and the other heroes were talking with, and of course Azimuth is there too, as Izuku and All Might just jumped down in front of him and Mr. Negative said, "Where is O'Neil?" And now we continue. Don't forget, like, subscribe, my Discord down in the description if you want to talk with me, tell me some ideas or something else. Well, let's get right into it, as Izuku right now standing in front of his other self and said, "O'Neil is not here. What are you talking about?" As Mr. Negative said, "You're lying. I know he's here. I know he's a part of UA. Now, where is he?" As Izuku said, "He's not here. Can't you understand that?" As Mr. Negative said, "Well, I think I'm gonna have to take him out from the dead corpse of all of the people that I'm gonna kill here." And after that, Mr. Negative immediately taking out his sword and throw a slash on Izuku and All Might. All Might immediately getting hold of Izuku and jump into the left side, going through the wall. As after that, he having Izuku between his arms, as he said, "Are you okay, young Midoriya?" As Izuku said, "Yeah, All Might, I'm okay." But as after that, Mr. Negative coming out of the hole in the wall and said, "Oh, would you look at that? All Might is protecting one of his students. How so heartwarming. Well, I'll make sure that you will never be able to save anyone again, simple of peace." And after that, Mr. Negative going directly at All Might and Izuku. All Might immediately clapping his hand together, throwing like a shockwave, throwing Mr. Negative away, while as the other inner demons and the rest of Mr. Negative team are taking care of UA. After that, Izuku taking this chance immediately hit the dial of the Parametrix, transforming into Frankenstrike, and after that he immediately starts shaking his hand together and closing his fist, as he immediately throws a strong wave of electricity on Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative crossing his hand together, creating like a shield in front of him, protecting himself. After that, All Might taking this chance immediately jump on Mr. Negative and give him a kick in his stomach, throwing him on a building. After that, Izuku taking this chance, he immediately put his hand on the ground and send a strong shockwave into the building, electrocuting Mr. Negative. After that, he start falling off of the building into the ground, as he smashed down into the ground, and All Might and of course Frankenstrike standing in front of him. As All Might said, "Give up now. Don't let me do this." As Mr. Negative said, "Do what exactly? Can you please tell me? What can you possibly do to me?" And after that, he immediately taken his gun out and start shooting on All Might. Izuku immediately protect All Might and jump in front of All Might and start protecting him with his body, as he got the bullets inside his body. And All Might said, "Young Midoriya, are you?" As Izuku said, "It's okay, All Might. I have regeneration, don't worry. Immortality." As after that, All Might said, "Alright," as he immediately using his legs send another shockwave into, of course, Mr. Negative, but this time he starts using his negative energy under his feet so he can levitate in the air. Izuku seeing this, he immediately pressed the dial of the Parametrix again, changing his form into Pterodactyl, as he starts flying in the air and All Might throwing shockwaves in the sky. After that, Izuku opened his mouth and starts shooting green beam of laser at Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative start dodging left and right, and after that, he got closer into Izuku, as he immediately got hold of his neck and spin around and throw him back into the ground. All Might catching, of course, Pterodactyl and put him on the ground, as he jumped into the air and immediately on Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative seeing All Might coming at him, he immediately doesn't dodge but throw his own punch into All Might's face, as their power collapsed together, creating like a big shockwave, throwing both of them far away. And after that, All Might seeing that one of the buildings start to collapse and about to fall, as he said, "Young Midoriya," as Izuku said, "Yeah, All Might, can you shoot your laser on that building?" As Izuku said, "Alright." And after that, Izuku opened his mouth and focus all his energy in his mouth as he shoot a strong beam of laser on the building that right now by the side of Mr. Negative. As Mr. Negative looking above him, he see the building start to fall as he said, oh no. And after that, he being crushed under the rubbles of a falling building above his head. And after that, Izuku said, did we? I know it might be bad, young Midoriya, but he was so dangerous. We needed to defeat him. As after that, they hear a sound from the rubble saying, defeat who exactly? Do you think that will gonna kill me? It will gonna only leave a scratch. As after that, Izuku looking back, he see Mr. Negative coming out of the rubble with his, of course, suit ripped off, and his own, body being shown, still in his, of course, in his pants, but without his, of course, jacket. As Izuku said, how did he manage to survive this? As All Might said, I don't know, but you should be prepared for the fight. As Izuku said, alright, this is getting annoying. As Izuku changing his form into Kryptonian, and after that, he start flying in the air and he put both of his hands together. And after that, the blue and red energy that coming out of his hands immediately being morphed together into a blue ball of energy as he immediately throw it on Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative immediately put both of his hands in front of him and blocking this attack, but not before he being damaged so much. After that, he start breathing heavily and he said, I'm not gonna fall now. Not in this way. And not before I kill her. As Izuku said, kill me. What are you talking about, Lady Nagant? We can help you to get into her, but not killing her. Yeah, I know that, but what is the point if I'm not gonna be able to kill her? And after that, All Might said, young Midoriya, go help the others. I'm gonna take care of it from here. He seems so weak. As Izuku said, are you sure about this? But before he managed to continue anything, he immediately being shot in his chest, throwing him away into another building. As Izuku looking back, he see none other than his old pal O'Neil. As O'Neil said, did you miss me? As Izuku said, why the hell are you here? Can't you just leave me alone? As after that, using his left his hand or blue crystal, immediately shoot a beam of blue energy on O'Neil. O'Neil dodging this into the left and said, of course not, how should I forget about you, the one that ruined my life? I doesn't even know who you are. As he immediately using his right throw a red beam of energy on O'Neil. After that, O'Neil said, oh yeah, of course, you don't remember. Every single time you forgot that you are the one, the reason that I'm like this. As he immediately go at Izuku and got hold of his crystals in his chest as he start flying up in the air. After that, he even broke the atmosphere as he got even into the space. As Izuku, start thinking that he can't breathe, but he can because he's not really a human. He's basically a floating crystal. As he said, wait, I can't breathe? And O'Neil said, of course you can, idiot. For me, I'm kinda half a robot, so I don't even have any lungs. Now I can show you really how much stronger I am. And after that, O'Neil start focusing a lots of energy, more than he normally do. And after that, he shoot a beam of energy on Izuku. Izuku tried to cross his hand together to absorb the power, but it was so much as he immediately body start to crack as he decided to just dodge it to the right. And after that, he see O'Neil just floating in the space with a lots of, like a purple aura around of him. As O'Neil said, normally I don't go all out because, I might destroy something or two, but now in the empty place of a space, I can kill you as much as I want. Nobody will gonna hear you scream for help. As Izuku said, I don't need help. After that, Izuku using the power that mostly absorbed from O'Neil before he starts to crack and throw it back on O'Neil, as O'Neil immediately dodging this into the left and creating like a sort of purple energy, throwing a slash on Izuku. After that, Izuku immediately absorbing the slash and send it back on O'Neil, as O'Neil starts going at Izuku with punches, as he starts punching Izuku in the chest rapidly, and after that he give him a punch in his of course Parametrix, sending him back into the planet Earth as Izuku starts falling from the sky, and after that O'Neil behind of him, as immediately Izuku smash into one of the buildings in Japan again, close to UA, as O'Neil are right now above him, as he said now let's see what you gonna do, as Izuku Parametrix starts covering him with black like weird looking black goo, as Izuku immediately go back into his human form. As O'Neil said, well, would you look at that? All weak without power, can't even defend himself. What a pathetic idiot you are. But really, as much as I want to kill you, I can't, really. Because killing you will not gonna do anything at all. Nothing, but killing him? Oh, that will gonna change a lot of things. As after that, O'Neil immediately just throw Izuku into the side, as Izuku right now on the ground just all bloodied and so weak, as he see All Might and O'Neil and of course his other self, Mr. Negative, fighting, and seeing that All Might is actually winning, but not before O'Neil come in and ruin the moment, as he shoot a laser beam into All Might's chest, throwing him into a building, as Izuku said, All Might, no, I need to help him, as after that he hear a sound from behind saying, yeah, you need to help him, as he looking behind he see Azimuth, as Izuku said, Azimuth, what are you doing here? You can't be here, you will die, as Azimuth said, how much do you want to help him? Why do you want to help him? As Izuku said, what? Tell me, why do you want to help him? As Izuku said, I can't be weak, I need to help him, I can't let people die in front of me. I know that I'm not a hero, I know that I'm nothing, but even if I'm nothing, at least I need to save him, no matter what. As Izuku starts trying to stand up, but he immediately fall on the ground because his leg or left leg has broke, as he fall on his face. And Azimuth said, so you really are gonna go all out just to save the people that are in front of you, huh? As Izuku said, yeah, so leave the place, Azimuth, let me handle this. As Azimuth said, you will not gonna handle anything, you will die. And that's why I came. As after that, Azimuth taken something out of his, pocket, or using a teleportation device, teleports something, a little like a DNA out of his, of course, lab. As Izuku said, what is this? As Azimuth said, this is something will gonna help you. I was really not so considering to give it to you, but after seeing you today, I think you deserve something. As after that, Azimuth just put the jar above the Parametrix launching its tentacles into the jar and taking the DNA. After that, Azimuth start doing some games, just pressing a couple of buttons, and after that, the Parametrix start to move and covering Izuku with a black, weird looking goo, as it managed to actually heal Izuku. As Izuku said, what am I? As Azimuth said, now enjoy yourself, kid. As after that, Azimuth just immediately teleport away, and Izuku, seeing that All Might still fighting against O'Neil and Mr. Negative not attacking O'Neil because he's seeing him trying to fight with him. As after that, immediately Izuku looking into his Parametrix, as he look into the dial of the Parametrix and immediately press it, as he transform into Alien X. And after that, Izuku in his headspace, he see in front of him two flying faces in front of him with the green color. As after that, Izuku said, where am I? As the voice that on the left of Izuku, he said, so another one, how annoying. As the voice on the right, he said, oh, would you look at this? Looks like Ben is not here, but a new kid. What is your name, little beautiful kid? As Izuku said, "Who are you?" As the woman said, she said, "Well, my name is Serena, the voice of love." And the other one on the left, he said, "And my name is Bellicus, the voice of anger and hate." "So, what are you doing here? Did you manage to actually steal that weird object from Tennyson?" As Izuku said, No, Azimuth gave me this." "Azimuth gave you this?" What a funny joke. Azimuth, he even didn't give a fucking omnitrix into his father or even his son. That if he even had a son. And you're telling me that he gave you Alien X right off the bat. Don't make me laugh, kid. As Serena said, "Oh, stop acting like this, Bellicus. This kid must come here for a real reason, you know." As Izuku said, "Yeah, I need your help. I need to defeat this villain." As after that, Izuku said, Where even are we?" As Bellicus said, "You're in the empty space. Isn't that obvious? And both of us are part of the Alien X that you transformed into. And if you want to see, you can see behind of you." As after that, Izuku turned around as he see the fight between All Might and, of course, Mr. Negative and O'Neil, as he see that All Might on the ground, and he finally buffed down into his alt form. As Mr. Negative starts breathing heavily, saying, "Well, you done a great job. Thanks." But before he continue, O'Neil immediately throw a laser beam into his chest as he said, "Now while the symbol of peace is gone, I can finally take you all on." As after that, Izuku said, "Please, I need your help. I need to save him." As Bellicus said, "And why should I help you?" "Yeah, you know, he's actually right. Why should we help you?" As Izuku said, "This is the symbol of peace. This is the person that all the people admire the most. He's the one that saved lots of people. I need to save him." As after that, Bellicus said, "Sheesh, kid, you really are looking that you gone so far crazy, huh?" As Izuku said, "So tell me, how should I even go back into my human form?" As Serena said, "Oh, you will never gonna go back into your old form." As Izuku said, "What?" As Bellicus said, "Yeah, he will never gonna go back, at least until two of us agreeing on this." As Izuku said, "Well, please, I need your help. I can't end up like this. I need to save him, please." As Serena said, "Would you look at this? He's so cute, Bellicus. He's even much more handsome than Tennyson is." As Bellicus said, "I don't care. Damn it, just leave me alone." As Izuku said, "Please, Serena, I need your help. I need to save him. The world is in danger. All Might is in danger. This whole galaxy is in danger, and I really need your help. I don't know what to do, but just please help me." As Serena said, "I can't say no to this face. What about you, Bellicus?" As Bellicus said, "Leave me alone." As Serena said, "Bellicus, the kid is right now telling you to help him. Be a nice guy and help this kid." Fine, whatever. Alright, I'm agreeing on your terms. You can do one attack, alright? Do whatever you want." As Izuku said, "One attack? What can I do with one attack?" As Bellicus said, "Hey, we didn't even give Tennyson a half attack, and you are right now acting like he..." I need to calm down a little bit, alright? Just listen here, kid. This one attack can be anything you want. Anything. Just use your imagination, for God's sake. You can make the sky rain elephants, or even turn the galaxy into ice cream. Just do whatever you want." As Izuku said, "So is that so? Well, if that's so, then..." And after that, we got into the real world. As Mr. Negative and O'Neil right now fighting, and O'Neil actually winning this fight. As after that, O'Neil said, "Finally, my chance to finally leave this goddamn hellhole." As after that, immediately Izuku or Alien X raising up his right arm as he do like a circle in front of him, and he pushed the circle in front of him as the circle go and cover the whole place or the whole city, as the buildings start going back into their places, and Mr. Negative being teleported away, and O'Neil also start losing his powers, while All Might's injuries start to heal fully. As O'Neil said, what is happening here? Why am I disappearing? Where is my power? As he looking back into the, of course, Alien X, as he said, what did you done to me? As Alien X said, I was waiting. I was sending the time back, a couple of minutes before. Now, let's see how you're gonna be effective without your powers. As after that, immediately O'Neil was disappearing into the point where he didn't even come into this place, as he said, no, this was my chance, you asshole. As after that, O'Neil just disappeared, and All Might standing up, seeing of course, the figure of Izuku. But after that, All Might just disappeared, and Izuku turned back into his human form. As he said, well, that was kinda strong, but I think it's time, my time is done. And after that, Izuku himself started to disappear. Then he said, well, see you myself on the other side, I guess. And after that, Izuku closed his eyes, and when he opened them up, he see that he right now has go back into the room where he was talking with Principal Nezu and everyone else. As Principal Nezu said, well, Izuku, do you remember anything that might help us? As Izuku smiled and said, well, not today. I think I just need to rest a little bit. As Azimuth, jump on Izuku's shoulder and go with him, as he said, why are you leaving this place, kid? What's happened? As Izuku said, thanks for the help, Azimuth. I really appreciate it. As Azimuth said, what are you talking about? As Izuku said, well, you see, as Izuku looking back on his parametrics and start going through his aliens, but he see that Alien X is not there, as he think to himself saying, wait, oh yeah, I rewound the time, so Alien X is not with me. Well, at least I had the chance to save everyone. As after that, Azimuth said, what's happening, kid? Did you do something stupid? As Izuku said, I wish that I did something stupid, but let's just go back and rest a little bit. I'm really tired from that fight. As Azimuth said, what kind of fight? As Izuku said, I'm gonna explain everything to you later. And this is gonna leave it off, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below. Tell me what do you think about this part, and what do you think will gonna happen in the next part. Well, I have nothing more to say than Severed was here.